The husband had just received the notice of his wife's death. Without hesitation, he immediately began taking action. He quickly reclaimed all the company's shares that were under her name and went straight to the police station to cancel her household registration. Everyone around him was shocked by how decisive he was. But the truth was simple. This man had been given a second chance at life. He knew very well that his wife's so-called accident was not an accident at all. It was a carefully planned scheme between her and another man so they could escape together. In his previous life, he had trusted these people completely. He protected Wang Qi for years and even transferred his shares to two relatives. In the end, he was left alone, filled with regret. Now that he had been reborn, everything was different. Looking at the two greedy women standing in front of him, his eyes were cold. Since Shen Jingmo was officially declared dead, he could legally reclaim all the shares. The two women immediately became furious. "Jingmo has just died and you're already taking back the shares," they shouted. "Shouldn't those belong to us?" The man didn't bother arguing. He simply turned around and continued the legal procedures. With a signature, everything connected to the woman in the legal system would disappear. Just as the paperwork was about to be completed, the two women rushed forward trying to stop him. They demanded that the registration not be cancelled. Looking at their greedy faces, the man only felt irony. Years ago, his father had adopted them out of kindness and treated them like family, yet they had repaid that kindness with betrayal. Finally, the man turned around and said coldly, "Shenjin Shi, Shenji Xuan, remember your place. From now on, address me properly, young master." With the final stamp of the document, the woman who betrayed him became legally recorded as deceased. At that moment, his phone rang. It was Wang Qi, calling in panic for help. Because her identity had been cancelled, she was stuck at the boarding checkpoint and couldn't proceed. Seeing the situation unfold, the man smiled slightly. This is only the beginning, he thought. To completely cut off their hopes, he made a shocking announcement on the spot. "Starting today, I will publicly remarry." The two women laughed mockingly. "Who would possibly want to marry you?" Ignoring them, the man headed straight for the airport. This time, he was going to meet someone important, a doctor who had quietly protected his daughter for many years. But what he didn't expect was this. The wife who was supposed to have died in the accident suddenly appeared again. The woman who had fallen off a cliff was actually alive, and standing beside her was the man she had risked everything for. When their eyes met, tension filled the air. She looked at him coldly and said, "Is Jinmo really your wife? Is this how you expected her to die?" The man only smiled faintly. If he hadn't been reborn, perhaps he would have still been fooled. But this time, things would be different. "Drive me to the airport," he said calmly. "From now on, I'm the one in control."